Mind heritage, empowering mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Judith Kakuze from Mind Heritage Limited, and today we are at Asifiwe International Academy sharing with the staff about financial literacy and investments. We are going to learn more about managing our personal finances and the different investment options that we can venture into to get different income streams. Thank you. With dreams we've made.
Mind heritage.
Oh, hi, my name is Stella, and from the discussion today I learned that it does not really matter any amount of money that you have to invest in treasury bills or bonds, or even to invest in unit trusts. So I learned that whichever amount that I have, I can always invest and I can always get an interest back. And I also learned that my money can always work for me even when I'm not there physically. So I have been encouraged to invest in bonds so that I can get interest, let's say from the government. So I'll look into that. Thank you.
Like a phoenix soaring, breaking through the sky.
Hello, my name is Catherine, and at Asifiwe International Academy, and today we've learned about investments. And my standout for today is learning how to save through investments and saving for life investments, and also treasury bills and bonds. I've learned how they work and how even a person at a low state, or you're earning not as much as you expect to earn, you can still invest in treasury bonds and bills.
Hello everyone, my name is Jabin Kule. I'm a proud teacher at Asifiwe International Academy, and from the session we had today, the financial literacy session hosted by Mind Heritage, what stood out for me is the fact that I can start with everything I have, and then money keeps on accumulating, even when I'm not doing the business myself. So from today, I am going to start with that little much. I've already made up my mind and I'm starting. I will invest in mutual funds. Thank you so much.
With unity as one, we reach for the height. Together we'll blaze through the darkest night.
Hello, I'm David Vaganizi. I'm a teacher at Asifiwe International Academy. So today we had a wonderful session, actually today and yesterday, with Mind Heritage. Judith was taking us through financial literacy, and it's so amazing the things, the options that are out there that we don't know about. Bonds, treasury bills, we've learned about mutual funds. Investment is possible. There are so many options out there. The bigger ones and the smaller ones, wherever a person is, they can jump on board and start. Yeah, thank you, Mind Heritage. Thank you so much. We are grateful.
Now, mid-term bonds attract a higher interest rate, usually 20%. I talked about that, as compared to the short-term bonds, which attract a lesser rate of 10%. At maturity, the investor receives the principal or the original investment back. Now, at the end of that, the tenure, which now in this example is 10 years, I'll get back my principal. And then depending now on how the market is, I can decide to reinvest my money, and then the cycle continues. This is a typical example of money making money for you. You've heard of people who don't even work anymore. They have money making money for them. It is investing in instruments like this that you can have money working for you. And one of the things that I want to share with us is it's possible for everyone if you start now, saving and investing. You can look at this example as 100 million, but all of us can get there. You start with what you're able to until you get there. The most important thing is for you having the mindset to save. One of the reasons why we invest in treasury bills and bonds is one, safety. Like I said earlier, they are considered low risk because they are backed by the government. Predictable returns, like in our example at inception, I know that I'll be earning 16%. There was a bond that was very competitive that came out and it was at 18.5%. So at inception, you know what you're going to earn. It's not like a business that you're getting into and you're not sure if you're going to make out money or not, or you don't know how much you're going to earn. With these ones, you know that I'm investing this much. I am going to be earning this much every 6 months for the next 10, 20, 15, or 5 years. A liquidity, they can be sold before maturity in case you feel maybe you have an emergency and you need money, you can sell on the secondary market, which is now someone who didn't buy is interested in buying. Usually the brokers know, so you can sell at a secondary market. Then, of course, diversification, it helps you diversify. We all know the importance of diversifying our investments as a way of mitigating risk. How do we buy treasury bills and bonds? One, the central bank, Bank of Uganda, auctions them periodically. Then through banks and brokers, all your banks where you bank your money can help you get bonds. And then we have so many financial institutions that offer them like Crested Capital, Old Mutual. When you go to Crested Capital, Old Mutual, and you show interest, every time there's a bond coming out, they'll communicate to you. Like now there's a bond that's coming out, I think on April 15th, and they've already sent out communication to possible investors. Then, of course, the secondary market, like I explained earlier. And that is about the treasury bills and bonds. But like I talked about us being open-minded, there's mutual funds. I don't know if any of us invest in mutual funds. It's one of the most popular. Now, mutual funds are flexible. That is the beauty with them. What do I mean by flexibility? I can start by investing my 200,000 today or 100,000, but I am able to top up with any amount. I think the minimum is 100,000. So it gives you that option of topping up onto your investment. They usually offer, Old Mutual is the biggest on those funds. That's the unit trust or umbrella trust fund. Umbrella because it's a collective scheme. So we put money together, me, you, and her, and then it's invested for us. And what Old Mutual does is it still invests in bonds and treasury bills. But it's going to help me, a small investor, invest my money into the bigger fund. Now, the beauty with it is I can top up. If I start with 100,000, I'll be able to keep topping up. And the money is compounding. So if I invest, for example, 20 million shillings, and at the end of the month, I've earned 200,000. If I do not withdraw it, it will also start earning for me money. So my fund is able to grow. And then the other beauty is I can access this money anytime when I need it. So in case I have an emergency, I'll be able to withdraw either some of it or all of it. Now, mutual funds work for people with discipline. If you do not have financial discipline, you start saving your money, and then when it reaches 20 million, it starts itching you. You want to start withdrawing money. You don't even have a particular reason to withdraw this money, but because it is there, your friend tells you that they are going to Ginger for a weekend, and you say, but I have money in the what? Unit trust. Let me get some of it. So you need to have discipline. If you know that I want to save this money, I'm targeting 100 million, forget about it. I usually encourage people to set standing orders so that before you spend money, the standing order goes off and goes to your unit trust. And then even if you get any lump sum, it doesn't mean that when you have a standing order, you can't top up. No, you can top up. So anytime you get any money from anywhere, a bonus, whatever it is that you've done, you can keep depositing onto your unit trust account. For it doesn't have any limits. Unit trusts usually earn an average right now of 12% per annum. This money is calculated on a daily. For example, I used an example of 20 million. If I have 20 million shillings in my unit trust, I'll log on today at the end of the day and see that I made maybe 6,000 shillings. Like that. It earns on a daily basis. And the other advantage it has, it's tax exempted. So there are no taxes on it. Whatever is declared onto your account is your money. We also have stocks as an investment option. These ones are usually for people with high risk appetite, you know. There is a time when, some years back, Stanbic Bank listed their shares and people bought and made a lot of money. Then after that, Uganda Bat came, Safaricom came. So you will make a lot of money. I know someone who, when Umeme put up their shares, invested about 15 million shillings, and in no time she made 60 million shillings. So you can make crazy money, but you can also lose. So for it, it's dependent on how the company is performing. So whatever you're going to earn is basically speculation. If the company is not performing well, you're not going to earn that much. But if it's performing well, you'll earn. Then we have real estate. Real estate is one of the very good ways of making money. But right now in Uganda, we have an issue. You must do your due diligence. So many people have died of pressure because they bought in Peo. You save your money, you get your money, you go and buy land, and then you find out later that you bought air. Tell me how you want to get an attack and person. So real estate is very good. Your money grows very fast. I've seen people who go into buying land and then putting up structures and then reselling or putting up on the market for tenants. And then now we also have commodities. Commodities is the usual. You know, you get a kiosk, you put up foodstuffs, and then you start selling them. That's also another way of investment, which is very good if you've done your market research very well, because you know that even when someone doesn't have money, they have to still buy these things. So if you've done your research well and you're in a place where these things are needed, you can make a killing. Then we have annuities. Those ones usually work for people who are planning for retirement. With annuities, you start earning money. You invest, usually it's insurance companies that do it, and then they start paying you per annum for the rest of your life.
Mind heritage empowering.